Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar today. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. My name is Abby, and I'm a member of the Mangomint product marketing team. So welcome, everybody, to our feature spotlight series. Typically, what these are is we'll spend around 30 to 40 minutes focusing on a key feature within the Mangomint app and make sure that you guys are really maximizing the product's value and understand how to use all of our great features. So today's topic is memberships and packages, and I'm super excited to talk with all of you about this today. So some of you listening, you may already be using memberships and packages in your business. And so if you're already using them, really excited to hopefully, give you some best practices. Maybe you'll learn something new about memberships and packages. And then some of you joining may not be using memberships and packages yet in your business. And so if you haven't used them yet in your business, I think this webinar is going to be a really great introduction on how you can set up memberships and packages. And you'll be able to walk away setting these up immediately in your business and start using them right away. So just kind of want to touch on the agenda for today. I still see we have a few more people trickling in here. But first, I want to spend a little bit more time talking about the benefits of having memberships and packages in your business. They're so valuable for your business, and they're a great way to have an incoming stream of recurring revenue, and we'll get more into that. But if you're not using them already, then I highly recommend using them. And then right after that, we're going to jump into a live demo. So we do try to make these webinars, especially the feature spotlights, we want to make sure you get a really good view of the product and make it a little bit interactive. So I will be in the product in my demo account. I'll show you how to set up memberships and packages. We'll talk about how clients can redeem their credits for both memberships and package, and we'll even touch on reporting and things like that. So first, I'm going to go ahead and just start sharing my screen for all of you. Okay, and just let me know if anybody cannot see that. So right now I'm just sharing my demo account here, but before we dive in too much, I want to just kind of give you guys a little bit more of an overview of memberships and packages. And talk more about why you should think about offering them in your business if you're not already. So let's start with memberships. So a membership is really great for any type of recurring subscription that you want to offer your clients. So one example of this would be something like a monthly facial membership. You could, offer one facial a month. Maybe your standard price is $140, but for members, you drop it down to $130. So they get a little bit of that discount. Another example would be something like monthly massage membership. So you could offer two 60-minute massages per month, and clients could come in a couple times per month and get that. You could also do things like blowout memberships. Those are super common. And as you can see here, there's just a ton of possibilities with memberships. They're super flexible as well, and we'll get more into that. But I know some of you may be thinking, a membership may be too rigid, and I'm going to show you how you can actually make super flexible memberships with Mangomint. One key trait to point out with memberships is that they do renew on an automatic schedule. It is typically monthly. That's what we see most commonly. However, some memberships do renew on an annual basis as well. So you could definitely set that up. And I really can't, overstate how many benefits memberships will bring to your business. So first of all, they're hugely, a great way to reward your loyal clients. And they're going to provide a ton of value for your clients because they get to take advantage of all those discounted services. You're going to be able to entice your clients to come into your place of business more frequently, get your services more frequently, and keep them coming back again and again. So that's going to be really nice for them, and they get to get those discounted services, which will be excellent. And then kind of on the flip side of that is that memberships will also just be hugely beneficial to your business. So they're a great way to offer really predictable and consistent streams of incoming revenue, especially, a lot of you listening, you have a smaller business and you're looking for ways to really grow your business as fast as possible. So anything that you can do to bring in additional revenue is going to be so beneficial for your business as well. And memberships are a great way to do that. They're always, bringing in that consistent revenue month after month. And it's just a wonderful way to grow your business as fast as possible. So if you're not already using them today, I highly recommend starting to use them. And this webinar will give you the tools to do that. And then today we also want to talk about packages. So packages are super similar to memberships as well, especially in how it's set up in Mangomint, and we will go through that more. But basically a package is just you're selling a number of services upfront. So you could think of it like a bundle of services. Maybe for example, you'll sell a package of 5 massages for the price of four. Oh, excuse me, for the price of four. Clients can use them over time. They can just buy a bundle and then start using it at their leisure. So that's really nice as well for your clients. The benefit to you as a business is you're going to get all that money up front. And then it's really great for the client too, because they're going to get a small discount on a per service basis. And so it's just another incentive to keep buying your packages again and again, and also keep them coming back. Because again, another key benefit of both memberships and packages is they're bringing clients in on that regular basis. So they're also helping you to form that relationship with clients, which is so critical too. So it's a great way to reward clients for their loyalty, and it's really going to be a win-win for both you as a business owner or maybe a manager, and also for your clients. All right, so first I'm going to now kind of get into the demo portion of this webinar. And so I'm going to show you all how to actually create a membership. So what we're looking at right now, we're in my calendar view. This is my demo account for the 7 Lake Salon and Spa. But what we're going to do here is set up a membership. So what we'll do now is we're going to go to settings and we'll click that. And then we're actually going to go to membership setup right here. So this is where you can see all of the memberships you've already set up and manage your membership plans and set up new ones. And so basically the order of operations here is that first you're going to need to create a membership, and then your clients can actually purchase memberships and subscribe to them. So what we're going to do now is we are actually going to create a membership plan. So I'm going to click that, and then we're going to make a new membership here. So I'm going to make a new membership. It's going to be called the Signature Facial Monthly. So we'll just type that in. And then you do have the option to set up the billing period here. So, I did mention that monthly is typically the most common. However, if you click this, you can see right here, you also have the option to do every 12 months. So you could do that too. But we definitely do see every month is the most common. So we'll click that. And then now we need to add services to this membership. So this is where it gets fun. You get to start adding services in and craft your membership around them. So I'm going to go here to service group and click add group, and we're going to add the service. And then I'm going to search for the signature facial. So we're going to click that. And then we have now added this service into the membership. And then if you kind of come over here to the right side, you can see that you can adjust the quantity and the group price. And you can also see the discount price displayed. So this is really nice. You can update these two fields and kind of tailor it to your needs depending on what type of discounted price you want to offer for the service. So I'm just going to show you an example. You can, for example, change this quantity for 2. And so now this means that in this particular membership, this person would be able to get the facial twice in a month. The group price, that's the total price that they'll pay for it, is $100. So they will pay $100 a month for that. And then the discount price would be $50 per service. Or you could do things like you could change the group price up to $150, for example. You can see that the discount price did change to $75. You can kind of continue to tailor that to your needs and keep editing it. And of course, we do recommend offering a little bit of a discount on the services in the membership to help make sure that you're, making it worth your client's time and maximizing the value. So for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to go ahead and put the quantity back down to 1. And then I'm going to put the group price to $85. So as you can see now, we have the group price is $85. So this will cost $85 a month. And anybody who purchases this membership will be able to get 1 signature facial per month. All right, and then I want to talk to, because I've been, earlier in the webinar, I talked about how you can really make memberships super flexible. And so I want to show you how you can do that. You can actually do that all right here in this screen. So what you can do is you can actually add additional services here. And this is really nice if you have interchangeable services, for example. Maybe you want to offer, a couple different types of facials in here, and you can get this or that monthly. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add a couple more facials. So I'm also going to add the express facial, and I'm going to add the custom facial right here. And what you guys will notice now is that this says or. So you can get the signature facial or the express or the custom facial. So you can pick one of these per month, and then you continue doing that. So maybe one month you come in, you want to get the signature facial, but then another month you'll come in and you'd rather do the custom facial. So that's super easy to set up. And then you can also actually offer multiple service groups within a single membership. So this is super fun to do. It's almost like a combo membership. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So we have these facials here, but then if you click add group, you can actually add another service. So I'm going to add the Swedish massage. So if we click that, what you guys will see here, this added a new line and a new row here. So now this means that if you're in this membership, you can choose one of these facials and you can get the Swedish massage. And then you can continue to adjust the price here as well. So for example, maybe they get a couple massages or put that back down to one. You can update the price however you see fit. So this is a really awesome way to make your membership super flexible, and you can put all types of different services in there. So just for this demo, I'm going to go ahead and delete the massage because we're going to keep this membership focused on only facials. So now I'm going to show you guys how to actually finish the membership setup. So there's just a couple more settings we need to do. And this is a good point where I want to bring up a common question that comes up a lot. A lot of you listening might be wondering, okay, so like what happens if a client signs up for a membership and they don't come in? Do the credits roll over? Does it expire? How do you handle all of that? And so in Mangomint, we've actually made that super flexible. You guys can really set it up however you want to. I will say that many of our clients, if they are using the expiration for the services, they typically do something like 2 or 3 months. After that, it will expire. But if you look here, you can actually choose all the way up to expiration after 12 months. So it's super flexible. You can set that up to what you want to. For this demo though, I'm just going to say that the services will not expire. But again, this is going to be a business decision for you, so you can do what you think would be best there. And then, memberships are really exciting too, because not only can you offer these services, but you can also build additional discounts into your memberships. So you can offer both product purchases discounts and also discounts on additional services. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So if we go up here, you can just toggle this and you can say, for example, you could offer a 5%, maybe 10, or even a 15% discount for the product purchases. So this is something you can do to make your memberships even more enticing and more valuable to your clients. And it's actually also going to help you boost your retail sales as well, because they're going to see that discount and be more likely to purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a 10% product discount for this membership. And then you do have one more option here. So just like with product purchases, you can also offer a services discount. So I will say this is a bit less common, but you could definitely do that if you wanted to. Sometimes we see maybe a 5% discount, 10%. That just means that if somebody is in this membership and then they come in and they get something like a haircut or some other type of service, they will also get a discount on that as well. So you could set that to 5 or 10, whatever you want to. For this demo though, we're going to say that the additional services will not get a discount. And then before I finish setting this up, I do also want to talk about another question that comes in a lot. We hear this all the time. So a lot of people want to know, what about commission? For example, you may be wondering, like, are my stylists going to get commission off of the regular service price, or is it going to be based on the discount price? And some of you may have concerns about that. You want to make sure your staff is getting the proper commission. And so here at Mangomint, again, we built in so much flexibility here for you. So it's really up to you, and it's totally a business decision that you can make. And what you can do is you can actually control that under the advanced options. So you'll see here it says service price for payroll commission. So you can either choose to do the regular price or the discount price. Really up to you. I will say that, and also in talking with our customers, we found that this to be the more common as well, but typically we feel like it makes more sense for the business to take on that cost. And so in that case, you would use the regular price option. However, you could always based off the discount price instead. So it's really up to you guys how you want to do that. But for this demo, I'm just going to hit regular price. Okay, so you can see here, we have everything set up that we need to. And you guys are also going to notice, especially once you start doing these, you're going to see how fast and easy they are to set up. You could set up a few in just a matter of minutes, especially once you get the hang of it. So now I'm going to hit create. Awesome. Okay, so now we have our signature facial monthly membership set up. You can see this alongside all of these other memberships we have so far. We've got the hair color payment one. I'll talk more about that later. We've got a massage membership, the blowout double, and now of course we have the one we just created here, the signature facial monthly. So now I'm actually going to show you guys how to start a new membership for a client. So let's go over to the memberships tab. Okay, now you guys can see here, we do have a few memberships already set up here already. So this is kind of the place where you can manage all of your client memberships. You can add new memberships. I'll show you how to do that. You can even go here to options and you can update the filters. So for example, if you want to see all of your memberships, including the canceled ones, you could actually choose that setting as well. But for this demo, I'm just going to look at all of the memberships for now. We don't need to see the canceled ones. So I'm going to close that and I'm going to go ahead and click new membership. Now I'm going to search for a client. So we have Tracy coming in. She is super excited about purchasing a membership today. So I'm going to click on Tracy. And then now all you need to do is actually select the membership plan that we already just created. So if you go here, you can click on Signature Facial Monthly, and then that is now selected. So now you do have a couple more decisions to make. And this is something obviously you'll want to talk to the client about as well. So the first one is, when should the membership start? So if you choose now, the membership of course will be charged immediately. It'll start right away. The money is going to be due now. It'll start today, and then it's going to, in our example, it's going to renew on a monthly basis. And I want to show you something here. If you click on advanced, you won't use this all the time, but this is really helpful. So it says here first billing date is after the start date. So this option is really helpful if you're, for example, switching over to Mangomint from another system. You can actually choose to have the first billing date after the start date. So that's really helpful if you want the membership to be active immediately, but you don't want to be charging them again until their next payment date that's coming up, for example. And then you could also choose to start your membership in the future. So I'll just show you what that looks like. You can choose in the future, and then you could start it on any date that you want, really. So maybe you want to start all your memberships on the 1st of the month. You could click that. You could start it on the 15th of the month. Whatever you want to do, you can do that. But I'm going to change it to just start it now. And then the only other thing you need to do is actually pay for the membership. So we do have a couple of different options for you. You can either do automatic payments. So that's automatically going to charge the client on a monthly basis. That is definitely the most recommended. But you can also use the manual payment if you want. So if we did that, basically every month, there's going to be a sale that is automatically created. However, it gets manual in the sense that your staff is going to need to manually collect the payment and close the sale. So that definitely involves a little bit more overhead, a little bit more time. And so that's why we really recommend, whenever possible, set up your memberships on automatic payments, especially when your clients want to do that, because as we talk about, a big theme of this webinar of memberships and packages, of memberships, is how they are recurring specifically for memberships. So if you have the automatic payments already going, it's just one less thing to set up. You can kind of set it up, have it running in the background, and it's going to be less work on your client's end as well. So we definitely recommend the automatic payments. Okay, so now I'm actually going to go ahead and start the membership. We're doing automatic payments, and we're just going to use the credit card on file. Perfect. So now we can see that the membership was created and the client's card was charged successfully. So I do want to just point out a couple other details while we're here. Right here, this is going to give you a really nice snapshot of membership details for the Signature Facial Monthly, specifically for Tracy here, Tracy Rays. And then you can also go to history. This hasn't populated yet, but as she uses the membership, her usage history will populate right here. And then in the payments tab, you can also check out all the payments for the membership. And so this is actually super cool. I won't click on this now, but if you did click on the sale, you can see there's a link here. And so you can actually click and open this directly in your sales tab and view the direct sale. So just a really nice way to keep track of the payments for the membership. Okay, so now Tracy has purchased the membership. And so next, I really want to show you guys what does this look like on the calendar. Okay, so we are going to jump over to our calendar view. Here's our calendar, and I'm going to go ahead and book a new appointment for Tracy. So let's go to today, and I'm just going to find Tracy here. And then she is going to go ahead and book a signature facial. And something I do want to point out here is as soon as we selected Tracy, now that she's purchased the membership, we can actually see super easily here right in the interface that she's a member of the Signature Facial Monthly. So we can see this badge right here, which indicates that. And also, if you go back to the calendar view, you can look and see, and it's going to bring up that membership badge as well. So it's really nice. You can look over here, for example, you can see Christina Jennings is also in a membership. So this is just really nice for you and your staff as you're looking at your calendar view. You're going to be able to easily see which incoming appointments that are on your books have memberships tied with them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select a service. And I'm going to look for the signature facial. So she's going to get a signature facial with Andre, and then I'm going to book it. And I'll just say, okay. Okay, so what you guys have noticed, we have booked it now, but you will notice that so far, this is really similar just to, setting up any normal appointment. But where it's actually going to change is during the checkout specifically. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that next. So we're going to go ahead and check in Tracy for her appointment. So we'll say check in. She's getting her facial. She's going to be glowing soon. Okay, now let's check out. And so this is where it gets a little bit interesting here. You start to see some differences. So now you'll see here that on the panels tab for the checkout, we have this new text here that says apply a membership, one available. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And it says apply a membership service, signature facial. There is one remaining, and you can see what membership it's for. So I'll hit apply. And so as you guys can see now, the original price for the service was $100, but now it's dropped it down to $85 because again, she's getting that discounted services price. And so you can see the subtotal is actually $0. I also want to showcase what it looks like when you add a product because as you guys remember, just a few minutes ago, we did add that product discount to this membership too. So now I'm going to go and add a product. Let's say, for example, that Tracy, she's running low on her conditioner and she would love to get some bright blonde conditioner. So I'm going to click that. And the other thing you guys will notice here is that we are automatically inputting the product discount. So previously it was $45, but now it's showing the new price for the product of $40.50. So that's super nice. Like I said, that's going to help you sell more retail product as well. For this demo though, I'm going to go ahead and just remove this. And there you go. So another common question that comes up a lot as well, and I'll show you this as we go to the payments. So let me do that first, and I'll dive into, there's another common question here. So you also probably watching this, you're wondering, okay, well, how does tipping work? How are the tips calculated on membership credits? Maybe, for example, you're a little bit worried about offering a membership because, you're not sure if your staff is going to get tipped properly. And so we've already accounted for that in the system. So the system is going to offer the usual tip percentage buttons right here. So you can see just like normal, they're right here. This one we have 18, 20, and 22%. So I'm just going to click 20%, for example. And then basically what the system is doing now is it's actually calculating the tip on the original value of the service. So even though what you guys saw earlier, it was technically paid for by the membership and she owed $0, it's actually calculating that 20% tip on that $85 service, which is what basically the price of the discounted service in her membership. So you can still, all of your staff can still get their tips, things like that. So Tracy's going to go ahead and give a 20% tip. And then in this example, she's going to pay cash. So there we go. Now the sale is completed. Okay, perfect. So I think this has been such good information about memberships for you guys. We've showed you guys how to set up a membership and then also how to sell a membership to a client and how they can also use it when they're actually, checking out with their service. So memberships are really such a flexible and a powerful tool for your business. They're really great because as you guys saw, you can have them renew monthly or annually. And there's just so many possibilities in how you guys can use these. So I'm thinking of another cool example. We actually have a client here at Mangomint who basically created a VIP membership where you can get a massage plus a mani or a pedi every month. So that's like, again, one of those more combo memberships. It's super fun. It's going to keep people coming back again and again. And also, I think that memberships, a lot of you, for example, are also using our gift cards feature. You're selling those, in your store or online. And so as you know, like similar to gift cards, a lot of people who sign up for your membership, they might not use the services every month, for example. So they get a little bit busy or something like that. Maybe they forget to use the membership one of the months. So they're really beneficial for your business growth because even if people are not coming into your business, every single month, you're still getting that consistent stream of incoming revenue, which is going to be so powerful for you. And not only that, but there's such a good tool to boost your client loyalty. I showed you some examples of how you can make really cool memberships, really flexible ones that they can kind of tailor them to their needs. And also, and this kind of going more to like the psychological standpoint, is that people in memberships, they actually are more basically prone to spending more money. So during checkout, for example, maybe they purchased a membership 6 months ago or something like that. They already paid for the membership before. So when they're actually in that moment of checkout, they're not thinking about all the money that they spent on the membership in that moment. So kind of from a psychological standpoint, it doesn't feel like they're spending as much, and they're actually going to be more likely to purchase additional retail products. They're going to be more likely to, as they're finishing their massage, they're going to buy some oil or they're going to buy some shampoo or something like that. So that's just another cool benefit of memberships as well. Okay, so now I want to talk with you guys more about packages. I want to make sure that we can dive into those as well. So let's go over here and look at some packages we've created. And just kind of to give you an overview again of packages, basically, this is just again where you take a service and you sell X number of that service up front, for example. So maybe you want to offer 10 massages for the price of 9. You could do something like 4 facials for the price of 3. You're basically just selling a bundle of services. And so what you guys are going to see here is that packages are almost the same as membership, especially in terms of their setup in Mangomint, but there is one really big difference. And the main difference between packages and memberships is that packages are not recurring in nature. So they're not, set on this monthly basis like memberships are. Now, certainly you may have some clients who are coming in and buying packages on a regular basis, but they're not inherently recurring in nature, if that makes sense. So we are now on the packages screen right here, and we actually, right here, we can see all of the packages for our current clients. And then I'm now going to go here and actually show you the different packages we offer. So this is where you have the setup of all of your different packages. And so these are just some examples. We've got the HydraFacial package that comes with 3 of them, the 5 blowouts package. We have a 5 regular mani and pedis package. So again, if I click on these 2, you can just see how similar this is to the membership setup. So you can go here, you can edit the quantity and the group price, get that discounted price per service to what you want it to be. And of course, you have the same option here, the service price for payroll commission. You can update that as well. So the whole setup of packages is just like memberships. You can set them both up super easily. So let's now say that Tracy wants to buy a package instead. So I'm going to show you guys just how to do that. Now, I will say there are a few different ways in Mangomint to sell a package, but I'm going to show you how to do it from your sales screen. So what we're going to do is actually jump over to sales. Here we go. And I'm now going to purchase a package for Tracy. So let's click on new checkout, and then we are going to search for Tracy right here. So as you can see, of course, you see that she's a member again. This shows up again just so you can see that. And then we're going to click on more and click on package. Okay, so now I'm actually going to choose the 5 blowouts package. So she loves getting her blowouts throughout the month. So she's going to buy that today. And we're going to say that Andre sold that. Okay, so there's that. You can always change the price if you wanted to. So let's go ahead and now go to payments. And she's just going to pay for this with a credit card. She's going to use her demo credit card in this case and charge it. Okay, perfect. So now we can see the closed sale. She's purchased the 5 blowouts package. And now I'm actually going to show you guys how packages work in the calendar and in the checkout. Okay, so let's go back to our calendar here and let's make a new appointment for Tracy. So I'm going to search for Tracy and I am going to select a service here and I'm going to select blowout. Okay, so she's scheduled a blowout. And again, this is super similar to typical scheduling, but it's going to be a little bit different during the checkout. So now we're going to go ahead and book the appointment. And we will check her in. She's in service, and now she's going to check out. Perfect. And so now, just like with memberships, what you guys see here is that you can now apply a package. So there's one available. And so I'm going to go ahead and click that. And as you can see, the system automatically looking for all the packages. This is the one that's matching. We can see she actually has 5 remaining. And so we are going to apply. And what you guys will notice now is that the blowout price was originally $75, but she now is able to get that for $58. It's applying her, package to it. She's getting that discounted service price, and the subtotal is $0. So I will just go ahead and pay for that. Again, you can tip on this. It's just like it worked with memberships. It's the same way. She'll pay in cash. So that is how you complete the sale when they're using a package purchase for that service. Now, something else, this is a common question that comes up a lot. And again, going into the flexibility of packages as well. What do you do in the case if a client wants to get a service that is maybe it's related, but it's a little bit more expensive? You can actually do that in Mangomint. So we totally support that use case as well. And you can actually apply the value of a package towards a more expensive service. So just for the purposes of this demo, let's pretend that Tracy has already purchased the 3 Express facials package that we have. If we go back to package setup, I'll show you that real quick. There we go. So you can see here, now we actually have the 3 Express facials package. So let's just pretend that Tracy's already purchased that. Now we're going to go back to the calendar and I'm going to set up a new hydrofacial appointment for Tracy. So let's, pretend that she really wants to get our most expensive facial. So I'm going to click Tracy here, and then I'm actually going to select the hydrofacial. There we go. You can see that's $110. So that is our most expensive facial. And then I'm going to go ahead and we'll continue the checkout to show you how that works. Okay, we'll book the appointment. Now we will check her in and then check out. Okay, so what you guys notice here is that it is not coming up with any packages here because it doesn't match her package. However, what you guys can do is if you expand this little caret, you can go down here and then you can click on apply a package. So basically what you're doing here is you're actually forcing Mangomint to apply the value of her cheaper package towards the more expensive service. So if you click here, You can click apply a package, and then you can actually see, of course, it knows that no matching packages were found, but we can choose to use her express facial package that she already purchased. There's 2 remaining, so I'm going to use that one. So I will hit apply, and what you guys will see here is that the original price of the expensive hydrofacial was $110, but now we are applying her package for the 3 express facials towards the total cost of that. So that's basically applying $80 towards the $110. So now she only owes $30. So that's a really cool way as well, where you can, reward your clients and make sure that they understand your packages can be flexible and they could potentially use them for other services. You don't have to allow that, but it's all about, again, it's a business decision if you want to choose to do that. So we'll go ahead and go to payments, and then she will tip on that, and then we will just close out with a credit card. Okay, so perfect. So now, and then she will charge it, and that sale is completed. So she has finished her appointment. So also, I know we're getting low on time, but I want to make sure that we do touch on reporting for memberships and packages. So I think this will be really helpful for you guys so that you understand, how you can track the usage of these and see if they're making an impact in your business. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually look at that. So if you just go to the reports tab, we do actually offer a bunch of really detailed reporting to track the usage of both memberships and packages. So if you go here to reports, you can go right here and you'll see that we have a lot of different reports set up for both memberships and packages. So we've got packages, you can look at package usage. If you click generate, you can see all of the usage there that's happening. You can easily set it up for whatever day you want to look at. You can also look at outstanding packages, so credits that are outstanding as of today. You can also see package sales. This is really helpful to track. Again, you can generate that report for any time period you want. And you also can look at package sales details. So again, you can see lots of really specific, great information to track all of that. And then memberships are very similar. So you can see membership payments. You can also see membership service usage. And then also how many memberships were started and then how many were canceled, for example. So this is really important to look at as well. If you, for example, notice that you have more cancellations than memberships that are actually starting, then that may indicate that you need to reevaluate your membership strategy. And we would be happy to help with that too. So definitely contact our team if you want any tips on how to set up packages or memberships, or kind of talk about more of the strategic standpoint, how to set those up for your business and help you accomplish your goals. But we don't have too much time to go into a lot more detail about reporting for memberships and packages, but I definitely encourage you to explore them, as much as you can, and definitely contact our support team if you have any questions at all about reporting on either of these. We'd be happy to help you with that. Okay, so I want to do check as well, because I want to see if we have more questions coming into our chat. Okay, perfect. I do see Sarah. Thank you so much for your question. So Sarah's asking, does this feature work with membership? And I think that was about, or with Mailchimp, and I think that was about the memberships. So for example, I want to send emails to my members after they join. So actually, memberships definitely work with Mailchimp. That is a great question. You can actually, we'll send you more information if you want to get that information, but we do have a lot of information on the Mailchimp integration, and you can actually use that to, sync it up with your memberships and be able to send targeted emails to people who are in your memberships as well. And that's a really great way to just boost your usage of memberships too. And then I did also see another question come in. Can you pause a membership? So that's a great question. We get that a lot. So you can't actually pause a membership. However, I'm going to show you what you can do. Is that it's actually super easy to cancel a membership, and then you could always start a new one. So all you need to do to cancel a membership, say for example, Tracy has come in, she's decided she doesn't actually want the Signature Facial monthly membership. All you need to do here is, as a staff member, you can go up here to these 3 dots, click this, and you can click cancel. And so that's super easy. You can have it cancel immediately or in a future date or something like that. So I'm just going to hit cancel membership. So again, you can't pause it. That is a question we do get from time to time, and let us know if you're interested in pausing a membership. We could definitely take a look at that with our product. But you can easily cancel a membership and start it if you want to. And that brings me to another great point, because with these feature spotlights, we always like to highlight fun use cases for you guys. So something else I wanted to bring up with memberships is that some of our clients actually use memberships like a payment plan. So this is definitely more of an edge case, I would say, more of a workaround, definitely more of a creative use case. Definitely not the most common, but you could think about doing that if you wanted to. So say, for example, somebody came in, they got a hair coloring service, maybe they, owe $600, for example. You could actually set up a membership, and I can show you what I did here. I'm just going to go back to settings, membership setup. You could set up a membership for that hair color payment, for example. So I just have an example here. You could, for example, set it up to charge them $100 for 6 months. And then what you can do is you can start the membership and immediately cancel it after 6 months. So if I go to my memberships, I can actually show you guys that Denise Martinez did purchase that membership. So we've set it up for today. It's going to charge it $100 a month, and then it will automatically cancel in 6 months on November 23rd. So that's just like a really fun additional use case for memberships as well. We're always trying to give you guys really actionable tips and different ideas for how you can use these in your business. Okay, so I want to check. I think we have covered all of the questions in the chat. So thank you so much for joining, everyone. So yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here. I am so excited to spend this time with you all today and talk about memberships and packages. I hope that you guys kind of leave this webinar walking away with really good information in order to start using memberships right away and packages in your business. So definitely reach out to our support team if you have any other questions, and was so excited to spend this time with you all today. And thank you so much for joining. And definitely don't forget to check out mangomint.com for other webinars and additional product resources. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Excited to see you next time. Bye.